Welcome everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Gemini season. You guys might be able to tell I got some sun over the weekend. We were on the bike like all day yesterday. It was gorgeous. How was everyone's weekend? How was everyone's weekend? How was everyone's new moon? How is everyone's fixed grand cross going? How are your Gemini seasons going? We're in Gemini season now, which is what we're talking about. Let's see. Good morning, Suma Star. I do group readings, but I promise they always resonate with everyone here. If you'd like individual readings, check out my link tree. Tamara, good morning. Sarah, good morning. Violet, good morning from New York. The new computer is still in the box downstairs. This is not the new computer. But I'm glad that the transmission is coming through nicely today. I tried a different setting on Insight Timer, so I wonder if that has anything to do with it. But I'm glad you guys are getting a clear picture today. Greetings, Jackie. I know I have a nose tan. I was wearing sunglasses yesterday. And I told you guys before, like, I wear my glasses 90% of the time, 99% of the time. It's just when I'm working on the computer because it hurts my eyes, so that's the only time I can actually see the tan line, and I don't care. Whatever. My energy doesn't matter if I have tan lines or not. Let's see what else you guys are saying. A lot of chats coming in. I love it. Hi, Anik. Have missed my Jacqui updates. Here I am. Violet had a fabulous weekend. Suma says yes, biking weekend was awesome. Violet said Gemini, happy early birthday. Good morning, Melinda. Good morning, Jana. Tamara, feeling a tad low after hand surgery a week ago. Well, I hope that your hand heals quickly. Gemini rules the hands, so now that the sun is in Gemini, perhaps you'll receive some healing. Maybe literally go stand out in the sun. I'm sure your hand's in a cast or something, maybe, I don't know. But just intending that the sun in Gemini heal your hand, that might be a auspicious time to do so. Beautiful. Violet says the transmission is beautiful. Awesome. Jana is not getting the video. Maybe try exiting and coming back. Happy Monday, Christine. Violet says everything's very clear. Lovely. I intend it stay that way. Hello, Jane. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, yesterday started Gemini season. Yesterday we went to my husband's grandmother's celebration of life, which was like an hour away. So of course we took the bike, and then of course we showed up completely underdressed because that's just who we are. But it was wonderful. I actually love his family a lot. They're very lighthearted. They joke about everything, not like mocking anything, but it was just a very lighthearted celebration. No one was sad. No one lamented on like, oh, poor grandma. It was a very uplifting time. Yeah, thank you, Violet. Good for you. Be you. Yeah, no one gave a crap that like we showed up in jeans to a celebration of life. There was one other person wearing jeans, so thank you to her. But yeah, it was just a very lighthearted, relaxed day. So that was nice. Good morning, Eve. You are new here. Awesome. Well, welcome. When I'm here on Insight Timer, I describe the astrology, the big themes that are happening on any given day, and then we pull oracle cards to see what our guides would like us to know about whatever is happening at this time. So today we are talking about the sun in Gemini. And I'm also going to touch a little bit on Mars, because Mars moved signs on Saturday, and I just kind of like briefly touched on it on Friday. So today we're going to talk about the sun and Mars, and then we'll pull some oracle cards, and yeah, that's it. Let us know if you haven't said hi yet. Please feel free to say hi. Let us know where you're joining from. I haven't introduced myself. I feel like I don't introduce myself anymore when I'm here. I forget that new people come, but my name's Jacqui Mancuso. I am joining you from Northern Illinois. I do a whole bunch of stuff. I do astrology, I do tarot, I do Reiki, I do Akashic Records. But today we're here for astrology and oracle cards. Awesome. I love the suns. So yesterday the sun entered the sign of Gemini, May 21st, and then the sun will be in Gemini until June 20th. So Gemini is our first mutable sign, and Gemini is our first air sign in the zodiac, because the zodiac starts with Aries. So the spring equinox was like the beginning of our zodiac year. We're in the third season of the 12-season year. Mutable signs are the ones that end the seasons. So right now we're coming into the end of spring. It's like the beginning of the end of spring. And Gemini being an air sign, air is all about the mind, your mental process, your communication style, how you give and take information. So you might have some new ideas of what you'd like to change in your life since Aries season. So if you've been feeling the flow of the zodiac season so far, Aries, March 21st, spring equinox. March through April was the time of like igniting new projects, taking the first steps, starting a whole bunch of new stuff. Taurus season, April 20 to May 20, that was about like weeding out what isn't meant to stay. Like you might have started a billion new things in Aries season, like me, and then Taurus season was about saying like, okay, this is gonna have some, you know, like this will, I can nurture this. This is worth nurturing, but this, it needs to go. Like this is just taking up space, and that's okay. And then you focus on the things that you are nurturing. Now we're coming into Gemini season, and this might look like exploring new options. So you've chosen what you want to keep, what you want to grow, what you want to put your focus on. And now here comes this like youthful, chatty Gemini energy to help you look at your projects in a new light. Maybe to get new ideas about how to approach your projects, how to move them forward. So let me know if that resonates with you guys, if you've been feeling that that energy so far. Like Aries was all about like starting all this new stuff. Taurus was all about figuring out what is staying. And you may have even been picking up on the Gemini theme before Gemini season started, as the sun was approaching, and you're like, all right, it's time to switch things up. It's time to, I see mutable signs as, they're like signs of change. They know that this phase is coming to an end and we're about to start something new. So the mutable signs give us this energy of like, let's use what we can, but let's also anticipate what we might need coming forward when we start the next season, when we start the next thing. That's really, yeah, we'll talk about Gemini a little bit more as we're in Gemini season, but that's really the whole energy behind Gemini. And now I'm going to move on and talk about other astrology stuff that's going on right now. Anne says, I've been wanting to imagine and daydream to find new ideas. Gemini season is a wonderful time to do that. It's okay to... Okay, it's not okay to like lament in your mind, but you might feel more in your mind. You might feel more ideas sparking, things. You might have a lot of like aha moments in Gemini, especially because it's like it's the first air sign of the zodiac, so it is the most youthful. It's the most like on your toes. It's very fast. It's very speedy. So ideas might come out of left field, and if they do feel like basic concepts, that might be good for you right now in this time. It's spring. It's all about growing and budding. We're not here to like master the stuff that comes at the end of the zodiac cycle. Violet said, yes, yesterday was a great day. Feeling clear. Beautiful. Beautiful. At this time also, we talked about this on Friday, I'm just going to do another update. We have in the sky what is called a fixed grand cross. So while Gemini is a mutable sign, it's ready to move on to the next thing, you know, changing it up. There are 4 fixed signs in the sky, and all 4 of them right now have planets between 0 and 3 degrees. So that is causing some stuck feeling energy. The fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So these 4 signs right now each have a planet between 0 and 3 degrees, and it's like every planet wants your attention right now. And you're right in the middle. I just saw an image of like your 2 hands are being pulled 2 ways, and then your 2 feet are being pulled 2 ways, and like you're just sitting right here in your heart. Like, man, this is what I feel like I want to do, but I don't know, I kind of want to do my North Node Jupiter stuff in Taurus. I feel like I should be going down this path. I might want to do my Mars and Leo stuff. I feel like I should be acting on my creativity. And then you got your foot down here like, well, I feel like I should be doing this Pluto and Aquarius stuff. I should be like breaking down the ideas of the future that aren't working for me so I can empower the things that do work for me. And then you might have your other foot down here like, well, I also feel like I should be South Node removing all of these secrets that don't serve my highest good anymore. And this can feel like a standstill energy. Just like, oh my God, everything needs me to give it my full attention right now, and I just can't. So if you do feel like that, embrace the pause. Just stop. Just stop. It's a fixed Grand Cross. It's a very like digging energy. And Molly McCord, I listen to Molly McCord's wonderful astrologer. She put it in such a beautiful way. She says, when you have the things pulling in 4 different directions, what can you do? If you can't go left, you can't go right, you can't go up, you can't go down. Well, I guess north, south, east, west. Let's talk about those directions. But what you can do is go up. So instead of pulling your direction into any of these planets that are pulling at you, what you can do is go in and go up. Asking your higher self for guidance at this time. Getting quiet, getting still, and finding the answers within from your highest good. I hope that makes sense. The fixed Grand Cross is going to be hanging on to us for the rest of the month as Mars moves away from that 1 degree where he is now. However, now that the Sun entered Gemini, it's forming harmonious aspects to 2 planets involved in this Grand Cross. So the Sun in Gemini is harmoniously trining Pluto in Aquarius. The Sun in Gemini is also forming a sextile to Mars in Leo. So those aspects just give us a little bit of like a, oh, thank goodness. Saturday was the last day of Taurus season where the Sun was still in the fixed sign of Taurus, and while it was still forming an out of sign trine and sextile and all that stuff, I feel like yesterday, Sunday, it was like that breath of fresh air. The Sun just brought in like, oh, I have more options than what I thought. Oh, I can think about this in a different way. I don't have to focus my attention in that one arena. That makes sense. The Sun in Gemini is bringing in new possibilities, new ideas, new options might be showing themselves for us. And we may be uncovering like new ways to approach a situation. Jackie says, good morning. Right after tuning in here, I heard a bird aggressively fluttering at a window right in front of me outside my office from the west direction. It sat there for a few minutes while I was observing him. That's crazy. Do you know what kind of bird it was? Because you can always look up the metaphysical meaning of whatever bird that energy might be trying to work with you right now. And the directions, from what I know, west is water. So water is all about your emotions and your intuition. There's a lot more to it. But Yeah, what is that bird trying to tell you about your emotional responses right now is my question to you. Anique says, I can always use new ways to approach my many situations. Here is Sun in Gemini for you. Yeah, Jackie, look it up and just see what it says. You never know. You never know what one sentence might pop out from a whole web article on what the spiritual meaning of the chickadee is. And then, so lastly, we talked about the Sun in Gemini a bit. We talked about the fixed grand cross that may make us feel like we're at a standstill until the end of the month. And then we're going to talk about Mars, who entered Leo on Saturday. Jennifer said, I had a frog visit me this weekend. It was really weird. It landed in a flower pot. I love that. Frogs are not my strong suit either, but they live in water, so they live in their emotions, you know? My son's 14th birthday is Friday, so eek, a Gemini teen. There's nothing wrong with any of the zodiac signs. Geminis usually get a bad rap, Scorpios usually get a bad rap, Leos can even get a bad rap. Every sign has a bad part about them. We're all light and shadow. We're all made up of all of this. It's a tree frog. Look it up, I'm not sure. Tree frog, oh, yeah. Is that a toad or are they different? I don't know. So Mars entered Leo on Saturday and he will be in Leo until July 10th. So we have about a month and a half of the planet of war. Mars is the planet of taking action. In Leo, the king of creation. I love Leo. So this is adding some fire energy to the sky. We've had a lot of water and earth in the sky. So Mars is adding some fire there. And we have Gemini in air. Fire and air are masculine. Water and earth are feminine. So we have been in this like receptive pause type energy, and now Mars and the Sun are adding some yang action energy to the sky. So Leo is the king. Leo rules our creativity, our creation process. Leo is ruled by the sun. It is big, it is life force. So with Mars, the planet of action, being in this creative sign of Leo, you might feel your creative juices pouring out of you for the next month and a half. So if there is a project that you've been wanting to nurture, today, this month and a half is like a very, very good time to do so. Mars likes being in fire signs. Mars is a fire planet. Mars is the ruler of Aries, and Aries is a fire sign. So when Mars is in Leo, he's like on. He feels good. He wants to act in this realm. However, right now, you might feel like you have some writer's block, because Mars in Leo is part of that fixed grand cross. So as I was making my notes about this, I felt like this fixed grand cross, especially Mars, is like a race car revving up to do a burnout. You can hear the engine getting louder and louder. You can smell the tires burning on the asphalt and the tension, and you just hear this like, and you just want the car to go. But Pluto is across the sky holding on like, no, you're not going to go yet. Like Pluto has the brake depressed. You cannot move forward just yet. And it like this tension can get a little bit uncomfortable. But like I said earlier, by the end of the month, as Mars progresses through Leo, the tension will ease and you have the opportunity to peel out and move forward. But again, everything in astrology is a co-creation. The skies give us the piece of music, as Pam Gregory says, and then we're the ones who choose how to play the instrument. So that was just a fun little image that I got in my head, especially with like all that Mars aggression. Leo can get aggressive. I wouldn't say it's as aggressive as Aries, but yeah, just that like race car burnout. Like I have all this passion, I have all this energy, I want to do something with it, but like the North Node, the South Node, Jupiter and Pluto, they're all holding me back. But that tension is easing over the next week and a half. So today, for our cards, I wanted to ask our guides to give us just a theme of this upcoming Gemini season. From yesterday until June 20th, what kind of flavor can we expect? What kind of energies can we tap into? And I don't know if you've noticed like the fairy type music I had playing in the background. Something about Gemini feels fairy energy to me. I don't know how to put it in words, but it's very flighty. It's light and airy, and I mean Mercury, the messenger of the gods in Greek mythology, he had wings on his shoes, and like what's more fairy than that? And actually last night we were sitting by the fire and there was a bug that I've never seen before, and I like to be mystical and fun. Okay, so this bug was like this big, right? It was like, I don't know, 1.5 inches, 2 inches tall, and it had 2 sets of wings. Sorry about the dogs. And in the darkness, it looked like a fairy. And I was just like, I didn't even care to decide what kind of bug it was or to look it up or whatever. I just decided, like, that's a fairy and whatever. So I felt inclined to pull from this Mystical Wisdom Oracle card deck. I've only used this once here on Insight Timer. I am not very familiar. Hi, Gemma. I'm not very familiar with this deck, so we'll just see how it goes. Some new ideas coming from this. Like the hummingbird, Christine. Yeah, very, very fast wings. I have no idea what it was. It wasn't a June bug because it was like a slender body. It wasn't fat. But if you would like to send your energy into these cards, we're going to ask our guides for 3 cards that describe the upcoming energies of Gemini season 2023. Hello, Gloria. Thank you for sending your energy. The card deck, Jana, it's back up on screen. It's violet, a light lavender with a gold in the middle. And we're looking for 2 more cards to describe the upcoming Gemini season. So the way that I do my readings, as stated in the beginning, are group readings. So this whole message will be for everyone. However, sometimes our guides like us to focus on one message over the others. So after the 3 cards fall out, I'm going to show you the back of the cards that came out. So you're going to see the same lavender image 3 times. Oh, the insect. I can't... It was hard to tell because it was nighttime, so I just saw the shadow. It looked dark, but yeah, it was in the shadow. If a certain number right now between 1 and 3 just feels right to you, that might be your guides using your claircognizance to send a message to you. When I hold up the cards, I invite you to tune into your physical senses to notice if your guides, maybe your fairies are playing with you today. Maybe that's why all this fairy energy is present. Yeah, maybe you got a Tinkerbell that's hanging out with you that might like flick your hair or something when I hold up a certain card. You might feel an itch or a twitch somewhere on your body. You might get a ringing in your ears. If anything happens in your physical environment also, like when Jacqui had that bird fluttering at her window, those are all messages. Those are all our guides trying to communicate with us. So, I'll show you the backs of the 3 cards. The same image will come up, but trust the rest of your bodily senses and see just if anything changes when I hold up a certain card. If it doesn't, cool, the whole reading is for you anyway. If it does, type the number in the chat and let us know. So asking what to expect in Gemini season. Here is the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Let us know in the chat if any of those resonate with you, and I'll show them one more time just in case. Gemma. Sorry guys, my dogs like to fight. We have 2 girls and a boy, and the alpha female has to let everyone know all the time that she's the alpha. No, she's not snoring, she's growling at the other dog for laying on the bed the wrong way. Gemma. And now they're gonna share the bed. Okay, here is, again, the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Good morning, Rochelle. All right, let's see which cards are resonating with you guys today. Jackie says, I'm feeling all 3 with a greater pull toward 1, my true Gemini self. You need options. Hazel's working with 2, Sarah 1 and 2. Gloria, I saw a snake today. Actually, a cat caught a green snake next to where I was seated at home. I would look up the energies of cat and the energies of snake and look at how the cat energy is helping you to conquer something snake related in your life right now. That's a clear, yeah, that's cool. Jennifer, 3 is the strongest. You froze on 1 and I didn't see it. Interesting. Sarah, 2 for sure. Diane, 2. Elisa, 3. Alicia, 2. Anique, 3. Eve, 3. Sharon sneezed on number 2 the second time. Christine, all 3. Gemma, you need to stop. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Gemma, you can leave it alone. Just easing the tension. All right. Gloria, 3. Yeah, what was interesting this time, the second time I held up number 2, my hand was like shaking in a strange way. Aw. So like I said, I'm not very familiar with this deck. I don't use it very often, but this was just cute. This is on the back page. It's a tiger with a fairy. And what kind of flower is that? Could someone name that flower? I just thought it was just cute. I just opened up to that and I wanted to share it with you guys. So what to expect? To Lily. Thank you, Christine. Oh, thanks, Elisa. What to expect this Gemini season? Again, the whole reading is for everyone, but if a card was calling to you, your guides just want you to pay attention to that message a little bit more strongly, or there's like something in there for you. Card number 1 is Enlightenment. And there's the tiger, we have a white peacock, we have some elephants, we have... Is that the Shiva? Is that a reference to the Shiva with the 4 arms? Beautiful. Pursue spiritual growth. You have come into your own and are in search of something more meaningful to add to your life. Now is the time to meditate, deliberate, self-evaluate, and withdraw voluntarily from the world to seek truth and solitude. Rest and a quiet retreat away from the daily routine will allow you to consider enlightened decisions and go in the direction of your heart. This may also be the time to seek advice and spiritual guidance from a mentor or experienced person. These cards are short and sweet. That's all the card has to say. There is a mantra. If this card resonates with you, the mantra, and then if someone can type this in the chat for me, just because my stuff gets all laggy. The mantra for this card is, I search for wisdom and mental clarity. I search for wisdom and mental clarity. So if this message was resonating strongly with you today, this is reminding me of what I was saying about that fixed grand cross. When north, south, east, west is trying to pull at you, what do? You sit with yourself, you go in and you go up. This, if there is tension in your life right now and you feel like you're at a complete standstill, if you feel like there's so much that you're supposed to be doing and like you can't find the time to do any of it, it's your higher self letting you know that it's time to just be. You don't need to be any place. You don't need to achieve any goal. It's time to just sit with yourself and let the messages come through. I want to look at this card. I haven't been able to look at it. I think that's an owl up at the top as well. Oh, there's two different peacocks, male or white and yeah. Oh, there's a frog down there. Those might be tiger lilies by the tiger. I love it. Thank you guys. I search for wisdom and mental clarity. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Christine says, I see my elephants on there. It's beautiful. Yeah, here comes the elephants again. We asked on Friday which animal spirit to embody to help us like nurture our new moon intentions. And the elephant came through for that. What was the message of the elephant? It had to do with nurturing. I'm having a brain fart. Alicia says it's a beautiful card. Diane, I searched for wisdom and mental clarity. Jackie, first card mantra. Thank you guys. I appreciate your help. It's very much appreciated. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Thank you, Eve. There's a track on Insight Timer. I've heard that mantra before. I don't remember who it was by, but I found it and it was just beautiful. Diane, peacocks are your spirit animal. Flaunt it. Flaunt it, Eve. Yeah, sitting with yourself, resting in solitude, just being. That will allow your inner peacock to open up, right? Look at her chakra-colored, actually it's not even chakras, it's just a rainbow-colored dress. She's got flowers in either hands. This is beautiful. I can't wait to look up elephant in my book. I'm wearing a shirt with an elephant today. Okay, Christine, yeah, elephant wants to work with you. Alicia, I'm searching for my spirit animal. I think I'm being called to do a an Insight Timer track for your spirit animal. That came up on Friday as well. If you're searching for your spirit animal, this is what I recommend for now. Ask the universe to show you your spirit animal 3 times in the next 24 hours. And then your job is to just keep your eyes open and just notice, notice, notice. Don't question anything. If you have a dog and you just happen to see your dog 3 times, obviously, in the day and nothing else, maybe the dog is your spirit animal right now. Spirit animals can change through different parts of your life depending on what you need. Bonnie, will... come on with the big words, Bonnie. Oh, it's a name. That guy, Will Be, has a song with that mantra in it. I love it. Ganesha, protection. Jess says, to me, the elephant equals the matriarchy. That's right. Wisdom, lineage, supportive community. Love it. Ajit's dance of Ganesha is beautiful. Donna has elephant pants on today. Christine, you can absolutely work on several spirit animals with several spirit animals. Yeah. Depending on like what my intention is, I'll call in different animals when I need different things. Like if I'm working on like building a community, that's when I call in the wolf, right? The wolf pack. When I'm working on sitting in the darkness and seeing clearly, I call in the owl. When I need to practice being nimble and agile and being aware of things that I might be missing, I call in my deer. Just study, just notice what comes up, look into it. It's a practice, you know, you're not just gonna be like, oh yeah, I know I need peacock for this right now. Like it takes some time. That's interesting, Charlotte. That doesn't make any sense to me. She says your video is getting choppy again. It seems the more you move, the more the video cuts up. We're just gonna go with it. This replay will be on YouTube later today. If you want to search my name on YouTube, subscribe there so you can see all these Insight Timer replays in case the video and audio get all weird. Hopefully it's better on YouTube. What I honestly think the issue is, I think, and I'm hoping, so I did buy a new computer. It's downstairs, needs to be set up yet, but I think it's just my computer's old and the processing can't keep up. So that's why I bought a new computer to do this. June says Ganesha is the remover of obstacles. What else can we expect this Gemini season? Card number 2 is Epiphany. And the message is seek clarity. You got the feathers, you got the wings. More peacock energy in this card as well. Air. Birds, air energy, Gemini air. To experience an epiphany is to have a sudden realization or spiritual flash that will change the way you view yourself and others around you. You get to see the situation more clearly, as if someone just switched on the light. With this clarity, you can see truth. You will also gain a sense of control within yourself to make positive decisions that will bring about happy and joyful outcomes. This mantra is silly. If someone can type the mantra for this card in, the mantra is, yeah, exclamation point. I can see clearly now. So maybe that song can be your mantra for this this Gemini season. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Yeah, we're coming out of spring, right? Spring is the rainy season. The rain is coming up. Gemini season is the time for epiphanies. And maybe the epiphany is coming because you've been spending your time alone in silence with your enlightenment. Just pausing and waiting for that enlightenment. Butterflies, peacock. Look at her just like dancing. I take that as a message, like if you want the epiphany, if you want to see things clearly, if you want to see things in a new, like, aha moment way. Aha moment came up about Gemini earlier. You gotta dance with life. You can't, like, be a stick in the mud and expect an epiphany. Allow yourself to be pulled in different directions in order to get that epiphany. You know? Dance with life. Yeah, you can dance. You can have Usher's "Yeah" be your theme song. I was a cheerleading coach for 1 year, and I was looking for like dance mixes, like the cheer mixes, and every single one had "yeah" in it for some reason. So that's what I think of when I think of that song. Christine, why does it work so well on YouTube? Because on YouTube, I'm recording this in the background with another program. So I think there's just too much going on, and then the flow, like the connection on Insight Timer, gets background at priority. I'm doing my best, I don't know. Fairies in that, yes. Yes. All right, I feel like card number 3 might tie this all together. And then we do have another deck. I'm gonna pull from another deck to pull it all together. Exactly, nothing changes if nothing changes. I love it. And okay, thank you for putting that butterfly there. There are butterflies on this card, and butterfly. So here, I'll just show you. This was on the top of the other deck that I'm about to use, this butterfly. This came out for me yesterday or the day before, but it was prominent. And then I happened to look down and it's right there, so that's interesting. But wow, and actually, this was the other card that came up, was another tiger, and there was a tiger on the first card. However, butterfly. Yes, we know that butterfly is about transformation. That's like the quickest way to just, okay, butterfly equals transformation. But when the caterpillar goes into the cocoon, do they not shed their skin? I actually don't know. I'm actually asking you guys. Like, does the caterpillar shed its exoskeleton to go into the cocoon? Like, don't they go in as like a mushy, gooey, vulnerable ball of slug? And then they wrap themselves in their little cocoon. They go into their quiet time, their quiet, uncomfortable place. It's dark in there. It's scary in there. You got to go through the grit in order to come out on the other side and have the epiphany that, oh my God, I am a beautiful butterfly. I always have been a beautiful butterfly. I just needed to work through the phases, you know? Butterfly. Card number 3. The good doesn't happen until they seal themselves in. The good doesn't happen until they seal themselves in. It's a fantastic thing to watch. Yeah, spend time with yourself, and then maybe you'll find your butterfly. They become caterpillar soup inside the cocoon, I think, Jess. That's hilarious. June, they go in, turn to mush, and emerge with new DNA in the form of a completely different creature. Everything is connected, so why can't you do the same? It's just getting over that fear of like going in and being with yourself. Card number 3 is opportunity knocks. Go for it. New opportunities are coming your way. Brilliant ideas, educational possibilities, new friends, expanding your potential, and opening yourself to greater possibilities. You are a good team player and have gained respect from your work colleagues and peers. You have a good reason to feel proud of your achievements and attitudes towards yourself and others. Embrace this new endeavor with this raw, creative energy. Go for it. It's time to dazzle yourself and stretch your wings and fly. Yeah. Yeah. The mantra for this card, if someone can type the mantra for me, I am open to new possibilities to expand my potential. I am open to new opportunities to expand my potential. Wow, if that's not a brilliant mantra to say if you're feeling the energies of this fixed Grand Cross. You just gotta tell the universe, I'm open to new possibilities to expand my potential. I feel stuck right now? That's fine. I feel it. I'm not gonna give energy to it. I'm not gonna lament on it. I am open to new possibilities to expand my potential. This is just wonderful. Just wonderful. All right, let's take a look at this. You got the butterflies here again. You got a ship crossing the sea. You've got, this looks like a little inception bubble. Ooh, I like that. Fractals. Fractals. The one with the girl playing the flute in the middle. And then, I don't know if you can see, it's real small. But then the bubble inside of that is the same. And then the bubble inside of that is the same. Fractals. So this whole message feels so fitting for the exact time. Not even a Gemini season, but this Gemini season. Because of what the planets are giving us right now anyway. You gotta pause. Okay, the fixed grand cross is in the sky. It's time to pause. But you know what happens when you slow down and you stop trying to force your way through everything? You become enlightened. What do you get after your enlightenment? You might have an epiphany. Oh, I've been doing this completely wrong. Oops. And by having that epiphany through the enlightenment, opportunities will come knocking at your door. It really is that easy. But you have to start with step one. You have to let yourself slow down in order to receive the messages. I love this. This is just a beautiful reading. Are there butterflies? I'm looking for themes across all three cards. Is there a peacock here? There is not. Is there butterfly, butterfly? It seems like, so there's not a peacock in all three, and there's not a butterfly in all three, but 2 out of the 3, it's like that's what's connecting these cards is what I feel like. The butterfly peacock is the transition. So the uncomfortableness of being the mushy caterpillar in the cocoon is the transition into becoming the butterfly. And the peacock, what do we know about the peacock? I mean, the male peacock is the colorful one that we were talking about masculine energy coming to the sky now. Doing, acting, Mars in Leo, Sun in Gemini, masculine signs, flaunt, go, dance, show off. Maybe that's the epiphany that you're about to have. Like, this is what your gift is. Go do it. Like, go flaunt it. Go show the world what you got. Right? Charlotte, thank you kindly for your donation. I saw one come in earlier too, and I just forgot to mention it. Thank you for the donations coming through today. They're always appreciated. Thank you, Jackie, for throwing the mantra in the chat. Charlotte, yay, this is my card today. Jess, it's amazing. Eve, great. Elisa, so fitting. Yes, yes, yes. Gloria and Hannah are loving it. Anik, wow, this one is definitely for me. Let the possibilities come in. You just have to open the door, right? And sometimes, why do you have your doors closed? Because you're just on autopilot, like go, 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 do, 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 and you're not even aware that you have your doors closed until you take time to pause and allow your higher self to show you what doors are closed. You might not even like recognize that you're closing off opportunities for yourself. I am open to new possibilities to expand my potential. The title on card number 3 was Opportunity Knocks. Alicia, all 3 messages tied in together beautifully today. They sure did. Can't wait to see what we wrap it up with the next deck. Eve said that makes total sense. I love it. Let's pull one culminating card from a different deck. I was just trying to think about, like, why do I do this? This is kind of how I've always done Insight Timer. Sometimes we run out of time and I don't get to the second deck, but like, this has just always made sense. I'll pull 3 from one and then wrap it up with 1 from another, and it always works. It always makes sense. We're going to pull from the Animal Apothecary deck. Just one culminating card to tie all of this together, to get a different perspective, maybe to hear the message through a different voice. Yeah, I can't like put my finger on why, but who cares? It works. So if you'd like to send your energy into this deck, asking for just a clarifying message to also resonate throughout Gemini season. Maybe what to keep in mind as we sit with ourselves to reach enlightenment, to have epiphanies, to allow opportunity to knock. Thank you, Nicole, for your donation. Very much appreciated. If anyone else would like to offer an energy exchange in the form of a donation, they're always appreciated, never expected. If you have been enjoying today's session, you can also follow me on Insight Timer so you can be updated when I post new classes. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just search my name on YouTube. It's where I put the replays of all of these. And then, yeah, if you want to work with me one-on-one, I do a whole bunch of stuff. My link tree is in my bio if you want to see everything I'm doing. I have a podcast that I do. It's on YouTube just for now, but all the links are in my link tree. Follow me on my my socials. Wow, I opened up right to the right page. This card wants to be read for sure. This is cool. This is cool. Charlotte loves the deck design. It's so 70s hippie. I agree. I love the colors. Yeah. Chantal, I missed all 3 cards because someone called. Take it the universe is saying this card is for me. Love it. Alicia, thank you kindly for your donation. Very much appreciated. All right. Tying everything together today and giving a message for Chantal. We asked the universe what else we need to know throughout this Gemini season. Armadillo wants you to know that you are about to shine. Card number 26, which is an 8, and 8 is infinite abundance. I love the number 8. Just as we see Armadillo wearing an armor of scales, this reinforces the idea of going inward. You can't make this up. The inward work is exactly what allows us to shine outward. The inner contemplation leads to a more brilliant inner light that will eventually be witnessed and felt by all. Armadillo says that what you have to offer will be recognized. Do not get bogged down with how and when. Do not be led by outside validation. Instead, be led by the greater consciousness you were created from. Oh my God. We connect to our inner light when we connect to the source that created us. Armadillo's medicine asks you to create a very intimate relationship with that which created you. You are being asked to level up your daily prayers and create a dialogue with life. Drop all your wants and desires and create an intense conversation with the great mystery about receiving guidance to do what you were created to do. We all have a special gift that lies dormant within us, waiting to actualize. In this moment of deep connection to the great mystery, a mysterious energy begins to activate your gift. This conversation and prayer you create needs to feel very real. Prayer does not need to look one specific way. It is intimate communication with that which you were created from. Start speaking to life. If you create this intense and mystical relationship with life daily, you will begin to witness yourself unlocking all your gifts. Life speaks back to those who speak to it, but it is your job to start the conversation. You might not receive an answer right away, but it will come to you with full force in the perfect way at the perfect time. Armadillo's medicine says that you are about to be seen, heard, felt, witnessed, understood, and recognized. It's coming for you. You are about to shine so brightly, but now is the before time, where you must ignite your gift of light through going inward and channeling the universe. Wow. Wow. Eve, here's the cover of the deck again. Step 1. Literally step 1. Go inward. Just get to know yourself. That's what I feel like the first step is. Not get to know yourself like, oh, my name is Jacqui and I'm an oracle card reader and I have a family and I'm a dog mom, and like, no, fuck all that. All of that. All of that. Who are you? Remove the labels, remove the life roles, remove the style, remove the clothes, like remove everything, and just look for the light and the love within. That's who you are. And the more you look for that every day, the faster you see it, the easier you see it, and then the more you don't even need to look and you just know it's there. And then the more it shines through when you make all of your decisions. You don't make decisions based off of, well, I have this obligation and I have to live up to this expectation. No, you start making your decisions based off of, I am light, I am love. How can I help? That was a little bit of a rant. However, the armadillo, I love that this card talks about starting the conversation with life. This is honestly something that I have been dabbling in recently because of all the bison buffalo messages that have been coming up. If you guys have been following me, you may have heard like a couple weeks ago, it was just like bison, 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 in my face, in my face. That message was prayer through action. Like prayer blended with action. So ask for what you want and then act on it. And I've been holding on to that because that resonated with me. But it ties into this card because like you have to ask for what you want. Your guides, the universe, your creator, your higher self, whatever you are speaking with right now, it wants to help you know sound. And I'm learning more about this computer on Insight Timer. See, frustration leads to lessons and growth. You just gotta flow with it. You gotta go with it. It's coming for you. You are about to shine so brightly. But now is the before time, where you must ignite your gift of light through going inward and channeling the universe. So this is just a perfect reinforcement of our whole first reading. You need to pause and go inside in order to become enlightened, in order to shine your inner light, right? After you go inward, that's when the epiphany comes, like, oh my God, I've been doing it wrong. Right? There's no right or wrong, but like, oh my God, I've been holding myself back for 20 years. How come I didn't realize that? Because you were on autopilot, because you're just going through the motions. So you pause, you go inward, your epiphany comes, and then the universe, your guides, God, spirit, your whatever you work with, will drop opportunities to help you move along that higher path. But you can't skip step 1. You have to do the basics. You have to go inward and start the journey. What does that look like? That looks like removing, and this is the tangent that I was going on when I realized I had no sound, so I'm curious to see how I'll put this together on YouTube. But going within to figure out, this is Piston, he's our light dog, going within to strip the labels that we've placed on ourselves, to strip the life roles that we've placed on ourselves. Daughter, mother, son, brother, cousin, parent, child, like employee, like all of these roles that we play, that's not who we are. Those are just like the roles that we're playing. It's a play. This thing is a game. This is a school. Sometimes the school puts on a play, and then you choose to act as the mailman, or you act as the mother. But it's not who you are. Who you are is love and light. Man, and I had a lot of good things. It'll be on YouTube, because that all came through. It's just not coming back right now because it was meant for that time and not now. However, what I did want to tell you guys is, if you've been with me, like if you hang out, you may remember recently, bison has been in my face. Bison, bison, bison. So I've been reading about bison, and what I get from bison buffalo is prayer with action. So asking and then acting. Holy shit, has it been working. It's crazy. And it's taken me a long time to start asking for what I want, because I think I needed to unlock the feelings of worthiness, which, you know, like that's a word, it's always a progress. However, you have to ask for what you want, because the universe doesn't do it for you. You know, like the universe is doing things for you, but like you still need to use your free will to ask. Because if you don't ask for anything, your angels, your guides, the universe is literally just standing there twiddling their thumbs like, man, I love this person so much and I really want to help them, but like, I don't know what they want. I don't know. They say they want their highest and greatest good, but like, I can't give that to them right now. Like, they need to get there, the steps to learn. So you got to start asking. So what I've been doing since this buffalo energy came in, and this card is reminding me of it, finding the light within, I brought back my gratitude journal. I made a gratitude journal years ago when I was in a job that made me miserable. And the gratitude journal helped me focus on the best parts of my day. Brought another job to fruition. At the time, it was the best thing for me. So I rely on my gratitude journal. So I started that again every morning. I don't even give myself a number. I don't limit myself. I don't like have a structure. I'm just going to write down everything that I truly feel grateful for in this moment. And I've been doing that. And then the buffalo card came and it said prayer through action, and prayer accompanied by action. So then I started on the other side of the journal. I'm writing, please help me, and then I'm writing down what I want. And having it written down is nuts. Sorry, I just want to let my husband know he can come in. Writing it down is nuts because you're able to go back and review, and within like real time, these things are coming to fruition. I'm trying to think of some basic ones. I have one really cool one that I want to like lead up to, but what are some of the basic ones? Things like please help me. I was very overwhelmed after Aries season because I had started 1,000 projects, because that's who I am. And so I wrote down like, please help me refine what I'm doing here. And by asking and seeing it on paper and then like reviewing it every so often, things are like thinning out, and I'm, you know, like it's okay. I can say no to that project. I can say no to that. But okay, so here's the big one. So I launched a coaching program at the beginning of Taurus season, and I asked the universe for 4 or more coaching clients. Like, that's all I wanted. And at the start of Taurus season, I had 1. That was great. I was enjoying my time with this client. We're working together. The whole Taurus season goes by. I have 1 client. I asked for 4. This whole Taurus season goes by. And then, stupid ad. And then the enrollment closed on Saturday. That was the last day of enrollment to be open. And I asked the universe for 4 clients. Saturday, I got 7 extra clients. But it was one of those things that, like, I asked for it, and then I had to do something about it. I sent out 3 emails for my coaching. Normally, I would only send out 1, maybe 2. But the universe was like, here, you need to act. This is what I asked for. Act on it. And then Saturday, I was just like, like this many? Like, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So if you ask for it, I also said like 4 or more, just because. But like, wow. you have to open the communication. You have to start asking. We've been here for an hour and 11 minutes. Thank you for sticking with us through the confusion, through the conversation, through the technical difficulties. My house is about to become a circus, so this is my time to exit. Thank you guys for your donations today. They're much appreciated. Thank you for your insights. Thank you for sharing your energy. I'll be back tomorrow and Friday here on Insight Timer. Love to all. Namaste.